Hello YouTube, D-Tekken here, and on May 10th, 2021, the next ban list for Duel Links will be taking into effect. And then shortly after that, an update on some skills will also be taking into effect. Now, personally speaking, I have not seen this list yet. I've not looked at it, not heard anything about it. Honestly, a couple hours ago, I played some multiplayer Sim 6. I went down to my local gas station because apparently today is National Pretzel Day, and the gas station was offering free pretzels. So I'm like, yeah, free pretzels. So I came home, booted this up, and I see that there's a new update. So what do I expect? There are a couple cards there's a couple cards I want, but whether they happen or not is unknown. Like, I wanted some Blue Eyes to get hit last time, and then, nothing happened, which was disappointing. This time around, if I had to be honest, I think the number 1 and number 2 hits are definitely some combination of Chaos Leviathan and Melody of the Awakening Dragons, or the spell card that lets you discard one card to add to 3,000 attack point monsters. Now, even though that card is a Kaiba level up and you can only get one of, you can still technically semi-limit the card, and that would hurt Blue Eyes players from playing semi-limited cards. Now, that said, the problem with Melody is the fact that you can discard it and search 2 Leveniers, which is why I think one of those 2 cards are definitely going to get hit, because that is really overpowered. The thing about Levenier is, even though you need to banish 3 cards from your graveyard, if you're playing like a Light Storm or a deck that can easily set up the graveyard, that's not too difficult. Not to mention, its effect isn't once per turn. Or rather, you can't. Its ability to summon itself is not once per turn, so you can just drop multiple of them. And even if you don't use the effect, you either have a 3k beat stick or you pop a bunch of things. It's very devastating, and even if they don't, even if they choose to activate the effect and not attack, Sun Dragon Heliops is still a thing too, plus level augmentation. There is a lot of really annoying things to face against right now. So in all honesty, I'm really hoping for some sort of Blue Eyes hit. I think I've mentioned this, I mentioned this in some previous video, where what I really wanted was, Karmika to get, demi-limited, or, put the 3 copies, and then the Ancient Stone to put the 3 copies. That way it restricts, that way Blue Eye players can't have access to the 3 copies of the cards. That's what I really want. Whether or not it happens, again, I do not know. This is my first time looking at this. This is, I guess, a reaction of some sort. Yeah, sure, a reaction. And with all that out of the way, let's actually find out on May 10th, what's coming into effect. And okay. That works. So just looking at the list right now, Azurize and Melody. That's huge. Oh wow. So the reason why this is huge is in Duel Links, you can only have 1 limited card in your deck. So having only 1 Azurize or 1 Melody, that is massive. Okay. Now, granted, you can only get 1 copy of Melody in general, but now the fact that you can have anything else? Oh, and Storm. Okay, so this is a very interesting limit. So this will basically mean if Blue Eye players want to be consistent, they won't play Azurize in their extra deck. That's kind of crazy because granted, Azurize's ability to get back Blue Eyes White Dragons kind of makes, the constantly recur, big 3k beat monsters. That is powerful in its own right, but but Blue Eyes players really only go into it when they're silver. I can't talk. I can't think. When the level 9 Spirit goes in, it gets threatened. You just sack into this monster, and then you protect any other Blue Eyes, and then you just revive your beat sticks, and yeah, okay. Let's see, Blue Eyes decks have been in the metagame from one form or another for a very long time. We're limiting Azurize Silver Dragon to promote deck diversity. Please. No. Melody Awakened Dragon, it's not on here for Blue Eyes players. It's on here for Chaos Leviathan. Because, let's be honest, you activate 1 Melody, you discard something, and you add 2 Chaos Leviathans. That's still powerful. As for Storm, this card will be limited as it has been potent to end duels immediately depending on the deck. That varies? What are you talking about there? Are you talking about, Ancient Gear decks? Are you talking about other decks that can just abuse it with, backward poppings? I've seen that a couple times, but oh, okay, that's interesting. I don't mind it being a one-of, but I guess that's more to promote MST as a card. If the Storm gets limited, because Storm can technically pop, up to 3 cards, but usually, 1 or 2. Whereas MST is more reliably pop 1 card, so I can see it. I can definitely see it. We'll see, though. Next up, Okay. 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 I like this. I like this. Semi-limiting Ascalon. Really? This card will prevent Dragoonie decks from having access to generic limit twos. Okay. Yes, thank you. I don't like the fact that Dragoonie decks can have access to Econ or, but at the same time, I think two is a good. Two might be too much for Ascalon. Like the problem with Ascalon is the fact that you get rid of Ascalon and then they go into Barca, and then Barca let them go back in Ascalon. So unless you have like two answers to the monsters, you don't really do anything. You actually put yourself in a worse position there. So it's kind of like, do we stop the one Ascalon for a turn and then he gets another one? Like, so I mean, that's fine. Cybernetic Fusion Support. Cyberdyne decks happen in the minigame for one form or another. Yes and no. Like, the card's good, but the problem with it is you are sacking half your life points, which I guess that helps fuel Zane's skill, but at the same time, like having the deck lose access to a semi-limited cards, that's more important. Gaga Loli, really now. This card will be limited so that it cannot be played alongside. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, the problem with Gagagaloli though is you really only need one. You only really need to run one Gagagaloli. Like Onomatopoeia is just that powerful. Like whatever your hand is, you just basically get rid of it. Add Gagagaloli, add Gagacoat, and just derp from there. Go into M7, pop bounce board, push for OTK. Like the big problem with that deck is not so much semi-limited cards, it's demi-limited cards, because a lot of the time they'll play like Hey True need to return back row to stop you from like being able to counter their stuff, and then just they push. So I don't know about that. Like I don't mind Gaga being hit, but just okay, sure. Chair. Oh, okay, we are limiting chair as a combination of scepter and chair is usable in a wide range of decks and almost consider victory with a full combination is performed in one turn, with fewer card capability in turning around the duels. Yeah, okay. Not to mention it also, I think a lot of people are mainly using it in what's it called? Dark Lords. Yeah, mostly using it in Dark Lords, and combining this with the Sacrificial Dark Lord, it basically you don't really want to play it together, but you still can. Like semi-limiting chair and semi-limiting the trap card basically will prevent them from. It doesn't. Trying to talk, I really am. If Dark Lord players want to play Stick and Chair, that means they can't play their trap card to basically, which is the Phoenix Chain. Which, sure, fine, that's less names in the deck, a lot less things they can play around, a lot less versatility, which is pretty good. I mean, Stick and Chair is still powerful. Like, you only need one copy in your hand and then Stick to search the other. So, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I think it's okay. I think, I almost feel like Stick should probably get hit, but at the same time, you only really need one Stick. So I don't know how to feel about that. Like I don't mind it. I like the fact that they're trying to stop this a little bit. But let's see. The Sacrificial Dark Lord will move to limit 2 alongside other Dark Lord cards at the archetype has personally high win rates, combination with various other cards, as seeing widespread despite the okay, yeah, basically. All right, now the demi limits. Yellow Martin. Finally, we are limiting this card to promote card diversity, and its archetype has been in the metagame for a long time, and because planned releases will full strengthen beast type supports. And because planned releases will further strengthen beast type supports. So that tells me that they're finally going to implement Fire Formation Tenki, which honestly, thank you. Like I've really wanted Fire Formation Tenki for a long time, and I'm not saying that as a Bujin player. I'm saying that as like it's a good card and it's going to help a lot of decks. Like a lot of decks having a Rhoda will Beast Warrior decks more than anything else. That's good. Oh, Emerald Bado also? Okay, I see there's some cards not limited, but limiting. Okay, so, Emerald Bado, and Yellow Martin. Okay. What does that mean? That means I think people are mostly going to be playing 2 birds, 1 Martin. Because, I mean, Emerald Bird lets you draw, Martin you can constantly recycle. That's fine. I don't know where Crimson Fox at, though. Like, Crimson Fox, for the longest time, is kind of the problematic card in the deck. Like, the ability to not only, like, reduce your opponent's life point down to 0 is what enables the OTK push. Like, not to mention, even if you try to do something, they counter with Crimson Fox to negate the effect. So you can't, like, try to Fiendish Chain your opponent's monster, because they'll just Crimson Fox, negate. At the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I like this. I like the fact they're addressing it, but at the same time, I feel like it'll give the deck more options to run more other things. But, yeah, okay, so that's all the limits. No Chaos Leviathan, no Ancient Stone. Like, they're not hitting the cards that actually need to get hit. That's really weird. Like, Azorize, I think Azorize is okay. Like, personally, I think Azorize could have got semied. Like, but I don't think it should have got limited. Like, limiting it alongside Melody, that's fine. At most, like, yeah, I know. At most, it'll stop, like, the counter trap. Like, the vanilla counter trap that I think some people might have been using, but otherwise, yeah, no, Karma Cut should probably get hit. Like, Chaos Levineer should probably got hit. I'm guessing they didn't get hit because of sales. Like, maybe they can make more money off it. But, alright, what cards are... Okay, come on, stop it. Stop. This card will be unlimited as the power level is acceptable. No, it isn't. Don't. Stop giving Dragonity back their stuff. Oh, gosh. Yes, Ascalon is the problem, but at the same time, like, if they make the Ascalon immune to trap cards, that kind of, like, that kind of stops you from being able to do anything about it. Like, okay, sure. Would I want Sentinels back? No, just hit that stupid card. Like, okay. Overall, a lot of those cards were well deserved. I'll give it that much, and I think at the same time, some things will work, some things don't work. I want to know about skill balances. I think that'll change things overall. Level duplication, level augmentation, level reduction, pathway to chaos, check out my friends, Titan Showdown, okay. These are all the skills that really need to hit. But first, pathway to chaos. We are strengthening, reduction. Since Synchro and Exceeds summons can now be easily utilized without skills that adjust monsters' levels, we're giving a harder activation. Okay, thank you. Titan Showdown. The skill is giving a harder activation condition as more cards... Yeah, I've definitely seen some more Titan Showdown in like the deck the duel replays, but I guess I didn't know it was that much of a problem. Cool. The skill is giving a harder activation condition. Yes, thank you. Because again, like it doesn't matter if you semi-limit it like Gaga Lily. Like they can just easily add one copy anyway, so they only need one copy. Okay, sure. All right, so the updated effect for Check Out My Friends is each time you lose 15, return one card from the hand to the deck and add one Vicroid connection zone from your hand outside your deck. One per turn and twice per duel. Okay. I don't remember the effect prior to that, so sure. Pathway to Chaos. Now again, they are strengthening it. Yes. Okay. What does this do now? Change one of the following monsters you control to the monster listed if you're changing an effect monster, send one Kariba monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay, so if you're running vanillas, you get it for free. If not, okay, cool. Monsters that include Gaia the Fierce Knight in its original card name, Blackluster Soldier. Monsters whose original name is Blackluster Soldier, Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier. Okay. One per turn, twice per duel. So in other words, you can take a vanilla Gaia Dragon, which you could summon off of Summoning Art, or... Summoning Art. Summon off Gaia the Fierce Dragon from your hand. Use the effect to turn it into Blackluster Soldier. And the next turn, you can turn it into Super Soldier. Which is not bad. Level reduction. Okay, these definitely look like the same, but we'll see. Level duplication. When your life points are 3,000 or lower, that Cosmic Cyclone, like, that doesn't do much. That probably should have been like a 12 or 15 just because... But can be used each time your reduction. Can be used when your life points are below 3k by revealing one monster card in your hand and selecting one monster on your field. The selected monster's level will become equal to the level of the monster you revealed until the end of the turn. One per duel. Level augmentation. When you're 3,000 or below, again, probably should just be 12, just because, again, Cosmic Cyclone is still a thing. By revealing one monster in your hand and selecting one monster on your field. The selected monster's level will increase by the level of the monster revealed until the end of the turn. Level reduction. Can be used when your life points are 3,000 or lower by revealing one monster in your hand and selecting one monster on the field. The selected monster level will decrease the level of the monster you revealed until the end of the turn. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This definitely does hit Exceed plays. Definitely more Exceed plays than anything else. It will also hurt, like, level augmentation will definitely, also hurt, like, full auto, like, Formula Athlete decks. Because again, I think I mentioned this in my KC Cup video, because there was one duel I faced, where it was a Blue Eyes player, but they summoned a Whip Cross, I believe it is. And they just level augmentation their level 4 Whip Cross with a level 8 Blue Eyes and made it a level 12 monster. And when it's level 7 or higher, you can't discard or you can't discard or activate effect that involve discarding. So, because I'm playing Bujin, my entire deck just basically got turned off. Needless to say. So that's good at least. Titan Showdown. Whenever a player has double or more life points than the other takes, or more life points than the other takes double. Okay, whichever player has double or more life points than the other takes double battle damage. If you don't have a dinosaur monster type on the field, your opponent will not take double damage. Oh, okay. Okay, so Titan Showdown is primarily a Rex Raptor skill. So, Rex Raptor and Hassleberry. So involving dinosaurs in some way, that definitely makes sense. I mean. Yeah, I like that. I kind of like that. It definitely stops some random shenanigans that might result because of it, which is not bad. Automatopia. Okay. Return 1 Zubaba, Gaga, Go-Go, Dodo, card from your hand, and add 1 Zuba. Oh! Okay, 1 per turn to Duel. So they didn't add like a life point restriction, but they, instead of returning 2 cards, it's returning 1 card. That's better, but not great. Like, there probably should have been like some sort of restriction regardless, but that basically just means you have to play more not linear. How do I put this? You're more reliant on what you have in your hands to go off in your skills, but 1 for 1 does make more sense. Like 2 for 2 was just crazy as it was, but because a lot of the time people were just returning. Well, yeah, people were just returning 1 copy of a card just to re-add the same copy of the card. So 1 for 1 might not actually do much, but I don't know. I think it's okay. It's an okay change. Like, it definitely stops like turning really bad hands into really good hands. It turns really bad hands into okay hands. It turns okay hands into great hands. We'll have to see, but yeah, that was everything. Okay. Personally speaking, I was kind of hoping for a bit more. Like, but it is what it is. I'm guessing Chaos Leviathan isn't being hit because it's an ultra rare card. They can make money off of this really powerful card in the game. Like, blah blah blah. I don't care. Like I think it's okay. But what do you think? Do they think certain other cards should have gotten hit? Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Let me know in the comments. And honestly, hope you have a really good night and a happy pretzel day. Apparently.